Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Brotato on the new Paws and Claws update. Today we're going to be romance maxing with the romantic. Here are its stats, and today we're going to be using the chopper. Danger 5, you know how it is. Without further ado, let's get it started. Say early on, you won't really notice anything different because one, the enemies are so weak they die in one hit. Also, every run starts like this, I'm pretty sure. Nice, sweet, boring. So we're gonna go with the life steal. Get another chopper, a jelly maybe. I'll say later on in the run we're planning on having swords and whatnot because they're all blade weapons. So we'll have the medieval claw swords, the thunder blades, the vorpal swords, all sorts. Hell, even if we get really lucky, Excalibur. So you may notice every single wave we get one curse. That's because, well, every wave we get a curse. But that means for every 5 curse we have, it reduces our damage by 3% and our armor by 1. So all we really have to focus on is upping our damage numbers, but also we just need to focus on dodge and not armor. I'll say armor is really strong, but when you're losing 1 for every 5 curse you have, it's not that good. And since we're getting curse every single wave, we may as well take advantage of the fact that we have curse and use cursed weapons, which are extremely strong. So we take the extra melee damage there, the extra life steal. So with the choppers early on, we want to try and maximize the amount of HP we have, because for every 1 HP we have, it takes 15% of that and puts it into our damage output, which is really strong. Look at that, we've already romanced an enemy. We've romanced a few enemies actually. I'll say romanced enemies, or charmed enemies as they're actually called in the game. They last for 8 seconds and, well, they move around like pets doing damage. But they're really, really strong in high numbers. When the enemies are swarming, so will your charmed guys. The bigger groups the better as well. So I'm not sure if you can charm elites and bosses, because personally I've never done it, but if you could, that would be really cool. Then again, it is only for 8 seconds, so it's not exactly game breaking, but it is definitely really cool. Ooh, whistle. We'll take a whistle and more HP. Crit chance. That's really good because choppers do double the damage in crits. And look at that, 6 choppers, 3 blue, 3 grey. That's a really good start. And we'll lock in that cape for the extra max HP. I'll say this run's looking good so far. So we've had some good early RNG here. I'll say another unique buff for the choppers is each chopper increases the amount of HP you get from a consumable, from a fruit off the floor by 1. So that's also really, really strong. So it's good burst healing. So we're just going to go to the next wave here, save some cash. So slashers start spawning now, so we want to try and focus the slasher eggs, because, oh look at that, you just charmed the slasher, that's really cool. So I've never had that happen before. I wonder if you can charm a slasher egg. I wonder how that works. I know you can charm enemies that when they die that they split into more enemies, so that's really cool. Oh, we're close to dying there, 11 HP, so we'll take some more max HP now. And here's one of those medieval swords I was talking about. Very, very nice. Ooh, and tentacles. 20% chance to heal 1 HP when killing an enemy with a critical hit. So that's really nice. So, because we've focused on our crits a little bit here, so just being rewarded for those crits will be really good. Also, it is really fun seeing charmed enemies moving around. Like a charmed charger is actually really cool just to see dashing around for you. Also, in later waves, you'll really see just how overpowered charmed enemies are. I think we take the crit chance here actually. I was just going to take the flat melee damage. But look, here we are. 33% chance to gain 1 material when killing an enemy with a critical hit. So that now we're just synergizing and building upon how good crits are for us. And speaking of which, here's another tentacle. And we're going to lock in the extra melee damage and crit chance here. That's really nice. And I think we lock in the wandering structure as well, because with melee weapons it's actually really, really good. Okay, you can see here, crits, you can already see it's giving us extra materials when we kill people, which is really good. Well, should I say kill the aliens, because they're not people. At least I don't think they are. I may be proved wrong. I'll say having fast charmed aliens is actually really good as well. Or charging ones. Because if you see them charge through a group and just absolutely murk them, it's so satisfying. Oh yeah, we'll take the small fish. Kind of ignore the landmines. We're going to take dodge because getting higher amounts of curse doesn't affect dodge. So that's our defensive stat for this run. I'm going to take the 7% crit chance over the 6 melee damage. I think we re-roll that one and take more crit chance, I think. So we really want to just maximize the amount of crit chance we have. And more melee damage and 100% chance to deal damage when dodging enemy attack. So that's going to be really good for us as well, because we want to have as much dodge as possible. I think we're going to take this luck as well. And the dangerous bunny. Ooh, that's really nice. A Vorpal blade or a Vorpal sword. They're very good. So if you scroll down here, a 1% chance to one-shot the target when hitting it. That can be elites. That can be the final bosses. Like, imagine going into a final boss fight. Bam, you hit it once and it's gone instantly. Like, it's anticlimactic, but it is like, wow. Like, there's a wow factor to that. I was saying, you see our wandering robot here as well, slowing enemies before they get to them. It's really nice with melee builds. So if you can get 2 of them, it makes your life so much easier. So it's nice to see how much extra materials we're getting from these crit hits, or crit kills. Wow. Oh, loot 1. That's really nice. And, ooh, HP regen, lifesteal, melee damage, or attack speed. So we've already got 17 melee damage. And our attack speed hasn't been increased that much, but I think that's what we go with here. We're going to combine the choppers and take the Vorpal sword. %, damage, 2% lifesteal. More damage. Did we take that one already? Wow, I didn't know you could stack the Repoussé. Yeah, that's really strong. 1% attack speed for every current living enemy. Wow, that's strong. I mean, less armor, but we don't have armor, so it doesn't matter. I'm going to lock in the garden as well, because that synergizes really well with our choppers. And these pursuers, because they have so much health, you'll find that it's actually really easy to charm them, because you hit them multiple times when they're under that threshold to be charmed. Which is really nice, especially if they're cursed, because they have extra health. So we're going to go straight to that treasure alien. Ooh, we've taken some damage here, so we've just got to be careful. So these are sneaky projectiles. I would say, like, if one of these projectile aliens is cursed, they do a lot of damage, so you've got to be really careful. I mean, I'll take it for the 10% attack speed, but it's not as good as it could be. I'm going to take the extra range here. Oh my god, the candy bag is borderline the best thing in the game. Each wave grants 8 points randomly split between your primary stats. So that could be max HP, regen, life steal, all your damage, everything. And there's a 10% each wave to spawn an additional elite, which also means you could have more red drops, which is even better. I'll say it can spawn on a boss wave, which in one of my previous episodes it did. So Danger 5, 2 bosses and an elite enemy all at the same time. But yeah, you can see at the start of the wave there, 8 different stats get buffed all the way to wave 20. Obviously the earlier you get that, the better it is. So on wave 11, when I got it, it's not too bad. So if you're getting on wave 18, it barely does anything unless you're going into endless, which we're not today unfortunately. But if we did, it's such a good power scaler. Oh, so the amount of damage output we have here is really, really good as well. So I'm being quite reckless, just running around in circles, running into enemies, but we can afford to do it. So take the extra life steal there, and take even more life steal here, and then the extra max HP. So we're going to take the 8% dodge, 25% damage against bosses and elites. That is really good. And another Vorpal blade and another sword. Wow. In fact, yeah, we do. So we get the Vorpal blade. Then I think we get rid of the blue chopper, maybe? No, we combine the purple ones into a red one. Then we take the purple sword. Do we lock in the Blaze Mander? I don't think so. Not this time round. We don't have much elemental damage. I'll say the more Vorpal blades we have, the more chance we have just a one-shot a boss, which is crazy. Wow, just look at how many charmed enemies we have here. That's incredible. I'll say you can see just how much damage they do. Especially those tentacles that shoot the 2 projectiles. Those damage a lot of these aliens all at once. I say the bigger the groups, the better for us at the moment. We're not going to bother with armor. And I mean we'll take that because that's a net positive. I'm going to take the 15% attack speed there. Vigilante ring at the moment. So what we've got, next wave will be wave 14. So that's a decent amount of damage. We'll take it. Do we want to decrease our crit chance for all the bonuses? Not really, because that's focusing on armor. Going to take the extra damage there. And wisdom's a really good one as well, because at the start of the wave there's less enemies, but as the wave goes on there's more enemies obviously, and this just means at the end of the wave we'll just do way more damage. To say past the 45-second mark we do the regular amount of damage. let's say at like 20 seconds, we'll do an extra 15% damage, which is a lot. Obviously, the higher damage you do, the more damage that gives you. So we're starting to see just how powerful the romantic is. So I did say it, the later waves you'll really see the power level of this character is massively increased as you maximize the stats, or as you stat max. So we're going to take the extra max HP there, and another vigilante ring. And I think we take a cursed medal. I think that's worth it. Because it decreases our crit chance by less. We'll lock in the blue chopper so we can make it purple. Is this worth it? HP regeneration is double when you have less than 50% HP. If that includes lifesteal and any sources of regeneration, that's really, really good for us. So I'm actually going to lock it in, assuming it does do that. Oh, we just took a large chunk of damage there. Obviously, having no armor means we take the full brunt of damage these guys do to us. So that's why we want to increase our dodge. Okay, but we haven't really had much chance to do that. Wow, just look at the massive... I'll say this is a swarm wave. Like, look at the amount of enemies that are spawning in right now. Wow. So this is a meat grinder if I've ever seen one. Jeez. Look at that. Wow. Look how much cash we got from that. And another 25% damage against bosses and elites. That's now 50% more damage. And we're going to take that 6% dodge there. Do we take the extra blade? Also, we can combine these. I think we do. Oh, and would you look at that? We now have a red Vorpal sword, which means there's a 3% chance to one-shot targets when hitting them. And we're going to lock in this mouse as well, because that's an extra 5% lifesteal. And more enemies, which means more money. So even at the start of the wave, we're charming a lot of these enemies. I was saying, each wave, when we complete it, our damage goes up by 6%. And each wave, when we start one, 8 random stats go up by 1. Like that is some incredible power scaling. I mean, we don't even have to do anything. So we could sit here and not buy anything with all of our cash, and we would still increase our power level by a significant margin. So we're going to take... I don't think we take the grey dodge. We'll take the 2% lifesteal there. And a purple sword. I think we take that. or scrap the blue one for a purple one. Get the mouse. Melee damage, knockback, and look at this. 3% max HP and consumables have a 50% chance to explode when picked up. That's really nice. So that's obviously it synergizes well with our choppers here. We're going to take more melee damage, more knockback. And yeah, into the next wave where there will be an elite. So this time around we got the charger. So we just got to be careful of all these pursuers as well, because they can be really overwhelming. This is starting to get really tense now. Wave 17. So there goes the first elite. That was really good. And that's a free red drop for us. Fingers crossed it's going to be something really nice. Like something like the potato. Just a flat increase to most of our stats would be amazing. Ooh, a med kit. 10 HP regen and plus 2 HP regen every 5 seconds. That's so strong. And 6 melee damage. Ooh, and a cursed chopper. That's actually better than our purple one. Yeah, no, we take that, I think. Or combine the swords and get it. More crit chance. Kraken's Eye. Wow. That's really good. Or more enemies, more damage, HP, and pickup range and more knockback. So I don't think we go for the Kraken's Eye. Although it is a flat 10% increase to our HP, so actually I do think we want it. I'll say wave 18 is a very dangerous wave because there's a lot of fast enemies that dash as well. So you just have to be really careful because they do a lot of damage as well. So if you get hit once or twice, you're within an inch of your life. Especially if they're cursed. Oh my, they do a lot of damage when they're cursed. So we've got some really high HP regen here. So we're going to increase our max HP as well. Take the Kraken's Eye. Ooh, do we take that for the 13 luck and the chance to have more money as well? I think that's a good idea. Or regen. And until the end of the wave when picking up a consumable while at maximum HP plus 1 HP regen. So that's another synergizer for our choppers down there. So I don't think it's quite worth it, but that is a strong one, the penguin. I'm gonna lock in the bonk dog here as well. Because we're a melee specialist, so it'll actually do a lot of damage for us. And wave 19. it. There is a lot of enemies on this wave. It's not quite a swarm, but it is quite extreme.
I mean, wow, just look at us zooming on through here, just chopping these aliens to pieces. Wow. This is one of the stronger characters I've made. And I think we just go for the max HP here. More survivability. More max HP. The second wandering bot. And a med turret? Nah. Oh, that hourglass would have been really good a second ago. Start the wave on 1 HP. That's a brilliant idea. Yeah, no. Let's do this. Wave 20, boss wave. So there's no double boss elite combo this time. Oh my god. Just look at the amount of damage we're doing to them. Just getting that flat 50% increase to damage to bosses. And we one-shot both of them! Wow! The Vorpal Blade is overpowered. Honestly, the chance to one-shot anyone, including bosses, just like that is extreme. Anyway, everybody, thank you so much for watching this time round. Check out my other videos, and until next time, have an awesome rest of your day.